And this over here. Okay, here we go. What's up, everybody? My name is Richard Terrell. I go by Kirby Kid, and you are watching DO Live, a daily stream show in which we talk about game design. The conversations started on Discord, and we carry them on sometimes in these streams. You're welcome to join us. You're welcome to go to the Discord. You're welcome to ask questions and interact. These are daily streams, so if you missed your chance today, there's always tomorrow. Today, I want to go over these two Smash 4 Wii U sets because I was watching this tournament last night when it was streamed live, and I saw the set. I'm like, this is amazing. And then the set came up after it. I'm like, this is also amazing. So I got a few people from the DO group in the chat, and I'm just going to be pointing out a few amazing things that happen. I'm going to try to let it run in real time for the most part, and then just go back and point out things. I guess per stock we'll take a look at things, but this is just very impromptu, so we'll just take it from the top here. Player on the left is named oh, his Shulk. What's his name? I just forgot his name. Doesn't matter. His opponent's a Mewtwo. It's named Your Naked Grandma.
It's also good for them to actually utilize your jumps, not use your recovery tools right away. That was one of those things that Zinyu had last game. Let's go ahead and
Nico.
things around, because now it's going to be Nico versus Your Naked Grandma. Both players, at the high caliber of level. Your Naked Grandma shy short of making PR, but he definitely struck back at SoCal Smash League Final Season 2. He was able to actually win the whole thing.
Let me know if you guys can hear it all right.
Reminding Jump Steady that that PR spot belonged to him.
Yeah, hey man, you know what? We're good homies, but you know what? ZSS has robbed me of many things. She robbed me of my PR spot, but she's not gonna rob me of this victory.
And Shulk actually robbing Jump Steady from his win.
Yeah, we don't need to listen to the commentary. Okay, so these guys are really going at it, right? One interesting thing about watching locals is that players really get used to each other's style, and the more they get used to each other's style, the more aggressive they play. So you're going to see a lot of interesting things here where these players are just going in almost all the time and doing lots of stuff that you typically don't see in the meta. Shulk almost can survive anything in shield form, so he survived that hit by transforming at the last second. He transformed into Jump Monado right there, and now he's going to try to get a kill. But since he was in Smash Monado, he goes flying extra fast, so that's kind of how that works. A lot of things that Shulk does have these pretty clear risk rewards. That was a really cool counter. Let's go back and watch that. That was so funny. So before, a lot of Smash 4 strategies in play revolved around trying to go for reads, roll reads when they're desperate, but they go for like back airs and retreating aerials when they're trying to safely get a kill. But then those are just two approaches, and there's so many other ways to get the kills to happen. So what happens here is Shulk's like, oh, I lost the stock quickly. I go into my super kill mode, and he stands at an appropriate distance. I think this is too far for Mewtwo to down tilt. So he's standing here, and he's just confidently standing here, shields, and then does a reverse up B out of shield to kill Mewtwo from the center of the stage at like 80. That's crazy. Mewtwo is very light, and Shulk is very dynamic. So you see a lot of these things happening in the match. And they use a lot more grounded moves than you might expect. Mewtwo favoring that down tilt. And Shulk usually getting things started with aerials, but he has a really good grab game once he gets his speed form, so he's going to be zipping around. Tried to do a Monado cancel there, didn't work. He got grabbed out of it. Oh, look at that spacing right here. Shulk slow neutral air, and then he got down tilted out of it. Too bad. Oh, this almost won Mewtwo the game right here. So he did an empty land into a down B like that. And if Shulk tried to shield grab at that instant, or if Shulk tried to jump too early, he would have definitely gotten the dizzies, and then he would have died probably from a charge up smash. So they're looking for kill opportunities basically their entire stock, which is pretty interesting. Shulk can get some pretty good strings going with his speed and his jump Monado art, and Mewtwo is just pretty good at comboing in general. And you see Shulk stand his ground right here too. Like, okay, he's too close right here, but he backs up instead of rolling. He dash shields and turns around, and I think, let's see, how many frames is that? Shield up and shield down 17, and the dash is the initials like 3. So he probably spent about, yeah, I think this whole setup he does here is faster than rolling, which is pretty cool because they're really subdividing the timescape now, and they're like, hey, what can I do to make this a little more efficient instead of what looks to be a panic option? So he gets his face, And he basically fishes out for two possibilities. One, if Mewtwo drops from the ledge and forward airs, so that's what he does here. On forward air timing, he lets go of his shield. Oh, he didn't forward air, so Shulk is already anticipating Mewtwo to be afraid. Mewtwo probably would have gotten grabbed here and maybe died, but Shulk backs up, so Mewtwo tries to counter grab. And then Mewtwo panic, short hop, air dodges, and Shulk just stands his ground and up tilts. So really, that match, Shulk's primary tilts involved up. Mewtwo's primary tilt involved down. Neither of them use smash attacks, but they use a wide variety of special moves in a non-recovery fashion. So we'll get to see how these two adjust in this next set, which is pretty surprising. So like the run forward roll back used to be a thing that we did in the meta when we really had no idea how to build our offense. But check this out, like Shulk's all attacks and he gets 80 damage right off the bat. Like, let's look at this again. Right here. Goes forward, tests Mewtwo's resolve. Mewtwo dash forward, so he's like, now I'm going in. That combo alone did 41. And then he does weak. See, these moves are weak because he's in the purple form, which does more damage but less knockback. And now Mewtwo's at 80. Mewtwo's in kill percentage already. It's been 15 seconds. So Mewtwo tries to combo him right back, and since Shulk's in the kill form, he got denied right there by a projectile, gets reversed. You see these really aggressive edge guards here where Mewtwo covers one option. Whoop. Stop. So he covers the stay on the jump up option with a down tilt, because if Shulk tried to jump up immediately or drop down immediately, he would have been tagged. Mewtwo, after that, Mewtwo's like, it's over, so that means he's still on the ledge. Let me just cover that option with the neutral layer. Shulk does a invincible standing get up, and Mewtwo's like, cool, my neutral layer is already over, so I'm going to come back with a neutral layer. And since he hit Shulk in Shulk's back, he actually reversed Shulk's facing left, right? So Shulk's faster aerial is forward air, and when Shulk is facing backwards like this, he doesn't have a good aerial approach. So let's see what Mewtwo does. Yeah, there's a laggy back air, just like I said. And Mewtwo was almost ready for it with a down tilt, but then look what Shulk does. Monado Arts cancel into a shield. I don't know if that was necessary, but he's doing something. So that was pretty cool. And this trick right here, so they're going by high-level techniques like in a flash. Shulk right here does a Monado Arts aerial landing, which basically cancels his landing lag into an invincible taunt. So he cancels invincible taunt. He's already invincible. Mewtwo's grab doesn't work, and he just turns around and grabs him. So Mewtwo knows that trick. He beat it the first game, but we're going to see how Nico adjusts. So again, they're edge guarding each other. They're aggressive on the stage. Their movement is precise, more precise than it has been before in previous. Look at that. He gets scooped because he goes into red form, which is smash. All of Shulk's attacks are now higher knockback. So he's getting pressured here, but he just does an empty land. You see how close that was? And then up tilt. You see how close that was? Shulk fast falls right there. And then Mewtwo tries to up air, but since Shulk fast fell into a landing pose, I'm going to try to pause it. Right here. Mewtwo's up air missed, and Shulk is already doing the up tilt. So this is like what's really cool about fighting games, right? The more comfortable you are with your character, and the more you understand that you build your game off of something, right? You either build your game off of panic options, quote-unquote safe options, or whatever, but when you realize that those aren't that advantageous, so they're not going to give you the offense and the advantage you're looking for, you slowly start to replace your game with things that are more and more confident. So like, I don't know how many thousands of hours you have to play to go, wait a minute, when people challenge me in the air, if they miss because they don't either know how fast I'm going to drop or how I'm going to DI left and right, there's an opportunity when we land where nobody's shielding. And if I get to the ground first, I get to do stuff like this. Like, they're going to find holes like that, and they're going to start capitalizing with actual kill setups, right? Which is really cool. This is where Shulk pulls on the damage again. See the situation here? Shulk does the same edge guard technique. He initially shields. No forward air. Same situation. Dashes away. He completely took the roll back or jump back habit out of his game, and now look at these really good advantages he's netting from it. That back air on shield did more shield damage because he's in purple form, and he's going to try to take advantage of that. Oh, so that was the shield buster. That's a setup. One hit to the shield, and what is this called? Buster form. It's right there on the screen. One hit on an enemy shown Buster form weakens it significantly from a back air. And then if Shulk does a backslash, which he ran away and did moving forwards, if he hit Mewtwo's shield, it would have busted because he's in purple form. So this is a setup to get Mewtwo nearly dead at 0 damage. But Mewtwo aggresses, and now Mewtwo has center stage. So man, nice Shadow Ball. So Shulk's going to want to jump and attack a lot, and every time he jumps, he's going to have... Oops, I tried to pause it. Every time he jumps, he's going to try to cover his landing with a priority sword. So if Mewtwo ran up and forward aired or ran up and grabbed, Shulk would have tagged him. But Mewtwo's like, hey, check it out. Next best option. Cover your landing lag. If Shulk empty landed, that projectile would have not hit. So like already they're adjusting to this the most of the scenarios they had in game 1, and this is already game 2. Oh man, that was so smooth. They have a really good sense of when the other player is going to aggress. And Shulk's going for these pivot grabs because he's in speed form. And he tries it over and over. Look how crazy that was. He tries how many? 5 pivot grabs? Let's count them. So he gets grabbed here. He's in speed form. He already did 1. That's 2. Jabs him. And it goes for a 3rd. But it somehow slides in Mewtwo's shield. I didn't even know this was possible. This is his 3rd pivot grab. Right here, slides, and Mewtwo dashed with him, that's why. And then Mewtwo rolled with him, and he's still on top. That was really cool. Another cool thing is you can sort of outlast the Monado arts because they're all on a timer. See that? We saw this in the first game. Again, Mewtwo liked to aggress with forward airs because that's a standard Mewtwo thing. Shulk liked to defend with retreating forward airs after he gets hit. Mewtwo threw a Shadow Ball earlier in the match to test what habit his opponent did, and then he stored that knowledge and completely capitalized on it with a kill setup that kills Shulk at about 65-70 damage. Like, gets the dizzies, charges a forward smash, it's over. That's crazy. That is crazy. So the cool part is we're going to get to see Shulk do some adjustments back. And this is the best out of 5 sets, so they're really going to go at it. This is really cool. Another thing to note with these matches is you see short hops, you see full jumps, you see specials, you see ground moves, you see grabs, you see standstills, walks, dashes, and multiple ledge get up options. They're pretty much running through their entire kit. We haven't seen a counter from Shulk. We saw backslash, right? That's really cool. That's a rare move. We haven't seen and Shulk's always using Monado art, so that's neutral B. So really Shulk just counter, right? That's down special. Mewtwo, we have not seen Confusion, which is his side special, but we have seen a lot of up specials used over the stage, and we saw his down special. He got the game with that, and he used neutral special. So for tilts, we want to see Mewtwo's forward tilt, up tilt, and Shulk's forward tilt and down tilt. So we'll see how they make adjustments here. By the way, you just got to pay attention to openings in the match. Last time Shulk ran forward and tested Mewtwo. This time, and then last time Mewtwo rolled back and then aggressed. This time, check out what Mewtwo does. Stand still and then knows that Shulk's going to be looking for the counter move, so he's already out of there. He's not panic rolling. He's not panic spot dodging. He's not jumping all the time. He's actually choosing his best option to get away from Shulk's likely grab-happy speed form approach. So that's already an adjustment. Oh, so cool. This is so cool. So the most popular option to get up from the ledge in the current meta is probably jump up, but it's stand up because people are covering jump up so much. And right here, you see on the ledge is not a safe place to be no matter what damage you're at. So Mewtwo doesn't want to get comboed to 80 again like he did last time. And there's Confusion, by the way, but he's recovering, so let's not count that. So Shulk threatens the ledge with shield before with the forward air, but remember before, every time he did it, Mewtwo didn't forward air. So this time Shulk dash forward, rolls back. And now he's in a much different spacing position, and he's already jumping. Check this out. Normally, Shulk would forward air Mewtwo, right? Because you're like, use a forward attack when Mewtwo's forward. But he chooses to up air, which will cover Mewtwo jumping from the ledge, panicking, and trying to air dodge through Shulk. And then since Mewtwo's one step ahead of that, he's going to DI backwards. Like, I'm not going to do that obvious thing. But then Shulk did an up air, so that pushed his hitbox even further away from Mewtwo. And Mewtwo doing a retreating forward air right there just means he missed Shulk. And look what Shulk's doing. Down tilt, baby. I forgot Shulk did do a down tilt in that 80% combo. So the only move we haven't seen of Shulk is forward tilt. He has not used up smash, forward smash, down smash. Mewtwo used forward smash. He used one up smash and missed. And Mewtwo has not used down smash. So, okay. Here's the famous down tilt. Let's see how he follows it up. Oh, man. Okay, so back air is super laggy, right? And he did this in the first match. First match? Where he back aired his shield. That was the second match. He back aired his shield and then he did a backslash wave. So check out what he does this time. Feigns a back air. And then empty lands, because he did in the auto cancel frames before the move comes out, he's fine. And then he just walks up and grabs the panicking, shielding Mewtwo. Now let's see how he keeps his pressure going. Look at that. So now Mewtwo's like, I am tired of being in this corner. I am going to do the thing I should have been doing the whole time, and aggressing with a neutral air, which is pretty good coverage, because Mewtwo's neutral air covers like his whole body. But check out what Shulk does. He aggresses, pretends like he does the other setup, down tilts early, and look at that. Down tilt, dash away, that perfectly covers somebody trying to jump, attack you. Maybe he would have gotten hit by forward air, but Mewtwo chose like a more encompassing response, which is neutral air, and check this out. Then Rars jump back and goes for a neutral air. Now neutral air is combo starter for Shulk, and he's already in purple buster form, so he's going to get damage but he didn't get more damage. But he has Mewtwo on such tilt that he just basically gets 80 damage for nothing. For working hard, not for nothing. Okay, now it's an edge guard situation. Let's see how Mewtwo responds before. Shulk went for a move that covers stand up, drop down attack, and roll up, and Mewtwo jumped. How unfortunate. Let's watch that again. He banks it. He just bets the farm like, let's do this. But he didn't lose a lot for it. You know, he lost a little bit of momentum because he panicked. But that's 40 damage in response to one mistake. Let's see how he responds. This is a wonderful trap. In jump form, Shulk jumps even higher than normal and faster than normal. So he up throws Mewtwo. Mewtwo being light doesn't help him here. And Shulk jumps. And I think this, depending on certain percentages, this is either guaranteed or most likely a 50-50. Right here, Mewtwo could have either air dodged or not. He picked not. Dies. Keep that in mind. Oh, it was just one stock. I thought that was the end of the match. So now look at Shulk's crazy movement in neutral. He's shield stopping, he's skidding, he's perfect pivoting. And that really just changed all the positions that Mewtwo thought it was going to be. So guess what Mewtwo goes for? A generic neutral air again. That's the move Mewtwo goes for when he doesn't know where you're going to be. Just keep that in mind. Generic neutral air. Down tilt, forward air. Good combo. Back air, back air, back air. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? So here's the cool part. Shulk was going for damage, so he's in Buster purple form. But this form also means Shulk is more easily comboed. It's high risk, high reward. And the risk that Shulk takes to try to get you in a situation also can be reversed on him. So while he combos better, he gets comboed better. While he smashes better, he gets smashed better. So like this, bad move, you shouldn't have been purple. And he recognized it in mid-combo and finished him off. Now the game's even after all that hard work. So he's back to purple. Not a lot of people multi-shield. And you only multi-shield here when you know that what you're doing is going to elicit a very specific response that you have a plan for. So check this out. Shulk fakes the aerial. I'm aerialing. He does the shadow ball. Just enough time to shield, and then he re-shields, because usually they shadow ball dash attack to, take advantage of your weakened shield. But then Shulk survived it. I think he perfect shielded the projectile. So that means his shield wasn't weak. Man, look at all these attacks. Oh, there was. Look, he's using confusion and neutral. Check this out. So this confusion move doesn't... Oh, an advertisement. Domino's is getting into the esports advertising just in time for Evo. Okay, so check this out. Neutral air into grab is a guaranteed combo at that low percentage. He follows it up with tried to get another neutral air Mewtwo dash attacks with a perfect whiff punish, by the way. So check this out. A lot more people can do this in Smash. When somebody short hops, and especially when you see the attack, you need to be like, if I dash into that space in the basically guaranteed minimal 10 frames of laning lag, you can hit people even with 10 frames of laning lag if you time it just right as you're coming in. Shulk has much more laning lag. Oh wait, is Shulk's neutral air 10? Well, regardless, check this out. Shulk's in laning lag, and he tried to dash away. He could have shielded it, he could have perfect shielded it, he could have options like that, but in this particular case, it's a dash away. Oh, I can control the speed. Yes. So let's go to 0.25 and look at that again. Oh, I can't control left and right once I'm in point. Yeah, I can. How big is that jump? So down throw. Tried to follow it up with down tilt, which is guaranteed depending on how he spaces. Mewtwo did a jump forward, bounce backwards confusion. And normally they confusion and like flow over your head. But Mewtwo, again, pulling back towards the ledge, which, your naked grandma has already shown a tendency to do this. Shulk is trying to counter that with an up air or whatever, up tilt, whatever that was. And then he gets countered right there. So, like, you need to know what habits you have. You need to know how your opponent's responding. And then you need to have a response for that response. And that response can't just be, now to roll a lot, right? Because I'm a top player. No, you got to actually think about it. Like, these guys aren't standing in shield for like even 5% of the match, right? They're constantly moving, they're constantly attacking and mixing it up. So chances are they're not going to be able to shield your dash attack, and shielding a dash attack is one of the easiest ways to counter it. It's the one thing people don't want. So he's just keeping up the pressure, and then he confusioned away. So cool. So a lot of the Smash 4 moves are tuned super well to be like, does it wrap up before in a short hop? Does it allow you to do two things in a short hop? Or can you only do one attack but maybe a jump away or a jump special? And Mewtwo's really taking advantage of that. His forward air wraps up in a short hop. But then he can like jump away and use a side B that kind of cuts off his vertical. And he can move in so many different ways because Mewtwo knows the ins and outs. Look at that. That's insane. So Shulk's in speed form. And normally, when Shulk's in jump form, you can expect jumping combos. When Shulk's in Buster form, you can expect like tight little combos that do a ton of damage. With speed, he's going to be chasing you. So look what he does. Dash forward, completely back. He's already from the left side of the platform back to center stage. Uses his dazzling movement to quickly get the surprise on Mewtwo. Mewtwo, I don't think DI'd this very well, but decided to tech in place. Shulk can cover that with... Shulk could have covered the tech away to left or right side of the platform, or the tech in place, or the mistech. Does it, lands to an auto cancel or an L canceled, neutral air into a much stronger finisher. And he's not even in Smash form, and he kills Mewtwo at 50 something. That's crazy. So this is one of the coolest things about Smash, right? They're utilizing combos and adapting on the fly, and their combos are often taking advantage of platforms that are in this stage are also dynamic, and this match just has constant flow. Like, they're not trying to redo the same setup too much, they're just constantly just moving with it and going with it. So, like, one of the interesting things to talk about with Smash is, everyone thought shields were a little bit too strong in the early part of the meta. So, people got into the bad habit of doing jump aerials away from shield, right? Like, they're shielding jump aerial, so they can't get me. And in general, a lot of people didn't want to use ground moves against shields in Smash just because they were getting shield grabbed a lot in the early days. But it's just a matter of spacing. Those moves are still pretty good, and you can use them. Like, you can jab on shields and tilt on shields without retaliation, especially if you mix it in to a much more complicated game plan. Right here, what happens? I was gonna say something. Okay, so like they kind of got rid of a lot of their bad habits and they replaced it with aggression and movement. So right here you can see like going through the shield and trying to pivot grab, right? So they're not exactly attacking like directly at your shield, but they're attacking, like if you see the character here, let me see if I can draw on the screen. This is the character right here. Oops, wrong screen. Right? And then this is a bubble that they attack around. And they use movement to stay right about here. You know, here's Mewtwo and here's his bubble. And when they attack each other, they're going to be like, I'm not going to attack directly into your shield because this isn't melee. And not only is this not melee, but only a few characters can really do that in melee well anyway, right? So like, I'm going to have to be a little bit more conscious of what move I'm using and how I expect you to counterattack. So you see that here in the beginning of this match where they're attacking around each other. Mewtwo just directly attacked. Shulk rolls away, stands in front, attacks at range. They both went for tilts. Shulk mixed up his movement by going backwards. It's pretty cool. I think he wanted to run off forward air right there instead of a dash attack. So this is a what we call a hard read. Not that hard. But Shulk doesn't have a ton of pressure on Mewtwo. They've been scrapping with all these hits and going back and forth. So Shulk gets one hit and trying to bank on the fact that if Mewtwo panics and air dodges, this spike would have killed him, right? He timed it just right to where if he air dodged, he would have come out of it right there, and that would have been game. Hopefully. 40 damage Mewtwo spike, probably. So sometimes there's a lot of situations where you're playing and you're like, well, I may not be able to completely lock you out or completely react to what you do, but I'm just going to go for it, right? And showing your opponent what you go for also puts ideas in their head. Now Mewtwo's probably not going to air dodge on any later edge guarding situation. We'll see what happens. Because like, who wants to go directly into the thing the person was trying to get you at? Look at that confidence. He just runs straight at Mewtwo. Look at this. Run straight. And Mewtwo did a leaning forward smash. And Shulk totally pops on the other side. Mewtwo's going to shield and panic, but he rolled. Shulk tried to empty land and grab. And you can see that bubble being maintained a lot when they do the special aerials. And they're going to try to crash into that bubble using shields. Because usually that's the thing they're trying to space around. So this is shield form Shulk. He's so heavy, even at 100 something damage. So check out that matrix. So good. So normally Shulk, when he goes into jump form, he's just out of there. Normally when he uses shield form, you just can't kill him. So look what Mewtwo does. Does a confusion. And the best part about confusion is it like snaps the opponent to him. Like look, Shulk's not close, then he gets sucked into it, right? And if Shulk used a double jump, that would have like killed his double jump. So Shulk has to double jump out. But Shulk's in shield form, so his double jump goes almost nowhere. He's like right there. Mewtwo knows that. Look, aggresses with an up air. Just enough. Now Shulk has no jumps. He knew it again, so Shulk tried to land with an up air just to try to cover himself. And he confusioned again, but now he's in jump form. And guess what happens? He lands with a back air when Shulk air dodges. But then since Shulk air dodged to get 23 extra frames of lane lag, Mewtwo's able to grab and back throw on the platform as it's moving away to still kill Shulk with a back throw. Like, what? Was that a DI mix-up? What was that? But Mewtwo recognized two shifting dynamics in that situation. How many jumps does my opponent have, and what form are they in? Shield form, they're not getting away. He's going to try to do something aggressive. And if Shulk countered right there, the confusion would have covered the counter too. That's another thing Shulks like to do when they're falling. They're like, I have no other attacks, counter. So like, oh, Mewtwo would have covered that entire case. So he did the count the jumps, and right when he was like, you know what, you have nothing left, I'm pretty sure you're going to try to get around me with an air dodge, just covered it with a landing back air grab toss. Like, that's amazing. That's the kind of stuff you want to see. Weaken shield. One full shadow ball does half shield damage. Now Shulk's probably not going to be shielding a lot. Oh, there's this counter. Check that out. Mewtwo got obliterated. So Shulk's in smash form, right? Smash means all of his moves hit harder. They do less damage, but they hit harder. So he's still in smash form. He knows it. Gets up, tries to test Mewtwo's jump fair habit, counters. The moment's over. Mewtwo decides to pass on doing another aggression. So Shulk walks forward and calls out his safe distance Shadow Ball. Counters again. Mewtwo totally panics. Vision is one of the few moves in the entire game that goes through shield because Shulk's seeing the future and you get hit in the future. So you're going to get hit through your shield. He could have rolled. And look how big that hitbox is. And he tipped. He just exploded. That's crazy. So that's counter. That's all of Shulk's specials used not in a recovery way. Mewtwo has yet to use no, he used all of them. Confusion, down special, neutral special. He hasn't really used up special to move around on the top of the field. So, like, we might see that. Look at that. So Mewtwo's definitely on the back foot. Look what he does. Okay, I'll do some movement, but his movement's rolling and Shulk's isn't. So check this out. Mewtwo's like, I'll do a safe Shadow Ball to cut off Shulk's horizontal movement. Shulk's like, I don't think so. Was that a jab? It was a jab or something. Let's see what it was. Oh, he canceled the Shadow Ball and then turned around jab? Clever, but he got cut for it. Right? So look what Shulk does here. He recognizes when he's lost control. So if Mewtwo air dodges for whatever reason, this up tilt would have caught him. If Mewtwo goes off the stage, Shulk's still in the advantage. And then Shulk runs back to be like, I'm giving you the ledge. But actually it was a feint because he runs straight back in there. Shields. Oh, so good, so good. So landing fair with Mewtwo's forward air, great distance, right? And Mewtwo's love to follow this up with down tilt because their down tilts are incredibly long. But check this out. I don't think so, Mewtwo. It's so funny. So good. I don't think so. And then, so Mewtwo was already showing signs of rolling before. He's panicking. Like, look at this. Roll to the corner. He tried to roll out of the corner, which he didn't do before. He always retreated back in. So Shulk's just covering it easily, giving Mewtwo tons of damage. Mewtwo can't even figure out where he needs to stand. He just does it again. And he's just killing him, right? Now Shulk's in Smash form. Tried to read a potential air dodge because Shulk was aggressing with aerials the whole time. So if Mewtwo really wanted to get to the ground, he would have air dodged, but that would have killed him. That's another down smash that failed for Shulk. There's another down smash that failed for Shulk. He's kind of fishing. Empty land up air. See that? Empty land up air, and he was like, now he's going to air dodge because last time he didn't air dodge, and I killed him for it. And Mewtwo's like, I'm still not air dodging. And then Shulk's like, why didn't you air dodge? So look at Shulk's face right here. You can see. Up throw. I jumped. I'm trying to fake you out. Mewtwo's like, whatever. And he just DIs away a little bit, but then he gets dash attacked. Crazy. That's the game. So Mewtwo even tried to spike him. Look how close Mewtwo came to spiking Shulk to try to reverse the situation. Look at this. So close. If Shulk didn't tuck his legs back in, and then he tried to neutral air drag him down, and Shulk went even lower, and then up B reversed him for the kill because Mewtwo's light. Look at this. Lower. Bam. It's over. Use the up B as a non-recovery, semi-recovery. So obviously these guys are friends. They're wearing similar shirts. They're laughing. Get a good old smash hug. But yeah, these matches are showcasing a ton of what I love about fighting games and why I think Smash 4 has the best balance of all the Smash, not just in terms of viable characters, but the variety of moves they use and the strategies and things like that. And 1 second. So the next match is Zinyu, good old Mario, and versus a Ryu. Good old classic matchup here. Let me just zip ahead. Ryu's name Key, and Zinyu has an exclamation question mark tag. So it's classic Mario versus Ryu stuff right here. Button check? Yeah, button check. We don't care about this. Wait, they're going in. What the heck happened? They just decided to go with it. Jump fireball, full hop into a cross-up bear. Oh, love that. Love that. Look at this aerial footsie style stuff. Ryu's like, I like to panic forward air. And Mario's like, I know. And landing down air into a grab and repeat. 82 damage. Nice cross-up, but Ryu held shield firmly. Mario jabs him. Oh, so beautiful. So good. So this is one of the newest setups. I've never seen this before. Mario's love to down throw forward air. It's a combo if you DI it poorly. If you DI it in, you have to keep DIing in towards the stage. So he DI'd it and he's like, oh no, did I do the bad DI? Mario's going to forward air me. Nah. He just charged. And whenever you air dodge out of hit stun, you drop straight down like a rock, which makes it easy for other people to anticipate where you're going to land. So that was already just beautiful. Down smash from Mario. Charging Flood. Oh, so that should have totally been an option select with a parry. He empty jumps right here and calls Ryu's aggression. Perfect shield. Could have totally taken advantage of that with something. See how Mario's staying outside of the bubble though? Let me go back. Hits him. Look at this. You can practically see the bubble. This is... Oops, no! Whiteboard. So fighting games are always played, or I guess most games, but in fighting games in particular, because they're so spatial based, the two players are playing on the cusp of the control. If it's not a bad matchup where some players just like keeping the other player out with projectiles across the screen, it's going to look a lot like this. Why? I'm using the whiteboard. Stop. This doesn't make any sense. It's so stupid. How am I supposed to use the whiteboard if you keep selecting the other thing? There we go. So this is Ryu. This is Mario. This is the space between them. And Mario likes to get... So this is what I always wanted people to do, and I tried to tell them because I couldn't do it because I sucked. But there's this interesting space that's shared between them. Ryu has more priority. Mario's moves have more versatility, right? He can float a little bit better. He can shoot projectiles a little bit more freely. So like Mario is going to try to get in Ryu's awkward spots. Ryu's forward air hits here. His neutral air hits here. His down air hits here. His up air hits here. His back air hits here. Guess what? This diagonal spot right here, bad for Ryu. I think that's bad for most characters except for Marth and Shulk, which is like sweep out the space like, stop. Like this. Just, okay, that's enough. So we're going to resume and see how Mario takes advantage of this cool spacing difference. And he just floats backwards. And then Ryu pokes right into the space. So a lot of times they're throwing in attacks into the space and not necessarily trying to get directly where the opponent is. Ryu up specials out of the... oh my gosh, no! So the footage got a little choppy. I'm going to go back a little bit. Don't get choppy. Pause you. Let's make sure our frame rate is looking good. 1 second. Cool. So Ryu is a dangerous, scary character. Mario can combo him upside down to Tuesday, apparently. Why is it so choppy? Stop being choppy. Yes, let's do this. So Ryu starts with a backwards up tilt, turns it around, and chains. Stop being choppy. We're going to go this. So Ryu spot dodges Mario's dash grab. And since Ryu's up tilt is cheap, sucks people in, hit Mario behind him, even though the attack looks like it's supposed to be on the opposite side. Can react, turn around, repeat it. Now that Ryu's confirmed this, he's like, oh, let me just use my cheap neutral air that rises and recovers, then combos you while falling, and then rises and recovers, and combos you while falling, and then punch you. Man, what a jerk. So, even though Mario was doing some pretty cool combos at the beginning, it can all go away. That's why these are high-level matches, right? You're never too far out of it, especially in a two-stock game. Hopefully the frame rate improves. I don't know what's happening. Oh, I'm still in 50% speed. No, I'm 1% speed. Hurry up. So Ryu's going to bust out of a lot of situations with that focus attack. And he's going to grab... They're going to try to grab each other a lot. Ryu tried to do it again, suck Mario in and combo him across the stage, but the damage is different this time, so he missed, and Mario DI'd in. This is too choppy. What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, there's nothing else. There's nothing else. Do I have a secret stream being played? Secret squirrel. And let me check that. Okay, it's just gonna be choppy for a bit. If it's too choppy, then I'll just stop. Or whatever. Mario neutral layers. I think it still thinks it's on half speed. Okay, then Mario uses Flood. Alright, that's already one interesting special used not for recovery. Mario left, right can beat a dash grab by just staying loose on his feet instead of rolling. Ryu misinputs, kills himself. That's just game one. Don't worry about it. Oh, another advertisement. How cool. I might need to reload this page once I get my timestamp. Let's see. 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 36 seconds. Cool. Load it up. Alright, next match. So Zinyu's movement is very different from Nico's. Mario's more of a jumpy character because he has more versatility when he goes into the air. So Zinju's going to do more running on the ground and like rolling to try to get openings, and then mix that up with his aerial attacks. The Mario's going to. So look at these grounded moves. Stopping people from short hopping with grounded jabs. Like, come on. You know that's cool. He almost got spiked. So this is that aggressive reversal thing I was telling you about with the Mewtwo try. Where, like, you really need to know what you're doing when you go off the stage because anything can happen. Look at this. What were you doing? And he spikes him. Why is it moving so slow? Hurry up. Neat. Following up aerial moves with ground moves. Jump. Oh my gosh, stop chopping up. Oh my gosh, what's happening? Am I running a little too low on a RAM? Is that a RAM? He's low. No. Aerial into a down tilt and Ryu got out of the way. Sharking the platform. Capes the fireball. So Ryu has already used all of his specials over the ground. Tatsu fireball, up special, and down special. Mario's used everything but the cape. Or he's just used the cape, so Flood, and taking a lot of damage to the teeth, Mario. Watch out. Yeah, so fishing on the ledge with down tilts is pretty common because down tilts are one of the fastest recovering tilts out of most characters' kit. So this is really cool. One of the pieces of advice I gave Mario is when fighting Ryu is use down smash. I keep telling him use down smash. Down smash is Mario's moves that send people out sideways rather than up. So Ryu, when he's out sideways, must use Tatsu to get back, and that's when you kill him. Yep, you have to use Tatsu. Dropping low is not going to work, and then use Tatsu there, and then he could just cover it because it's too low. You should use down smash as Mario to put Ryu in a terrible situation. Chopping up. So this is cool too. Both players retreat to their sides, come back, trying to test out each other's movement. Oh, they're shielding. Ryu's throwing out attacks. Mario's dashing back. Then Mario's like, you know what? Screw this. And if Ryu tries to attack and he gets swept off the side of the stage, he could have died right there if Mario knew more edge guarding techniques. But you know, now Mario's scooping people up with pivot grabs and staying. That's so dangerous. So Ryu is just so cheap. That up tilt just like can confirm into another up tilt on reaction and then combo into the super strong Shoryuken. And Kira Flax punching air in the background. Check it out. I don't know if that was a happy punch or not, but it's probably not a happy punch knowing Kira Flax. Alright. Later, Marcus. Okay, so Mario again, rolling. And he's incorporating rolling into his general mix-up movement game, so it's not just like, you can't just catch it. He's using it very carefully and watching what you do to determine whether he should roll in the first place. Ryu stuffing in dash grab approaches with down tilt. That is so Street Fighter. Ryu dashing back and trying to catch Mario's roll through. You see the pattern here? Like Mario likes to roll. Let me aggress, roll back, and like, come on. Fireball, aggress, roll back, and then he walks backwards as Mario's trying to feign an empty hop, short hop into a roll to get behind Ryu, and Ryu's just right there behind him, but Ryu didn't react fast enough. So crazy. You can react to rolls, but what's hard is when you go from fluid movement to fluid movement, you're like, where did the roll start? And I think rolls in Smash should have like a sharp sound effect on the front end, kind of like Pit's roll in Smash Ryu, to really help you react, because otherwise it's just like a crazy character with moving limbs, and they could be like dash attacking or dashing or whatever. But hey. Ryu trying to keep Mario out again with down tilts. You see the pattern here? So when Ryu down tilts, that means he's expecting Mario to dash grab. See? Get out, get out. And then Ryu goes back into the corner. And now Ryu's out. That was close. You see that same combo, but it was broken up by the platform this time? Close. And then he dies. That's why you don't overextend. Look at this. He was trying to Tatsu close to the ledge and maybe hit Mario and then grab the ledge. Greedy. He dies for it. So that's Mario's cape used to reflect projectiles, and now a character. You can see it happening. Mario charges Flood. Let's see how else he uses it in the matchup. Floods Ryu right here, which prevents Ryu from moving down too easily. Then Mario easily gets underneath him, follows it up with a down air. That's the exact perfect follow-up. Flood into now you can't get down. Fake out, trying to attack you on the platform, come up from below the platform, down air into an up air, and then fade away, but he couldn't fade away fast enough. He should have ended that with an up B or a cape. And I recommend cape because when people attack out with cape, they're going to attack in the wrong direction, and it turns their character around backwards, which means if they land, they can't shield grab you as easily. I would have totally recommended a cape there or an up B, because if he up specialed, he could have fast fell through the platform, and there's no way Ryu could have chased after him, fast fell through the platform, and hit him before Mario recovered. Oh, wow. Just throwing out the Shoryukens. Landing down there to grab, it's guaranteed. Do it, Mario. So this is super cool. Normally, Mario's follow up these grab combos with attacks like this. Oh my gosh. Throw and jump attack. And then another attack. But the second attack after this one, not guaranteed at all. Ryu does a super defensive absorbing focus attack. And Mario knew it. And since Ryu can't focus attack out of that too fast when he starts it, grab came. Got him again. So now he has him in sort of a soft vortex. But since he didn't know the damage values well enough, he did an up tilt that missed, and he got punished for it. Very good for Ryu to be ready to just punish, right? Check this out. Hits him, grab, scoop. One up tilt's good. Second one's not good. Ryu immediately recognized it. Came back in for the bam into your teeth. Bam, like that. So smooth. Quit chopping. So the flood's cool because if he tries to get Mario, the flood's going to push him too high just like that. And Mario's basically keeping himself safe in the corner from all jump approaches. So now Ryu's probably not going to... Oh, that was so clever. Let's look at this again. It's a sequence of 3 where Mario breaks it on the 3rd. Check this out. So he retreats to the top platform. Sequence 1, spray. You know what I'm going to do. Sequence 2, you think you can kick me? Spray again. Sequence 3, charge it. Not spray. I'm actually running off the front of the platform and air dodging early, getting underneath you and freaking jump up air into a neutral air, into a jump up air, into an up air, into a neutral air. Man, that was so smooth. You got to set yourself up. You got to set yourself up for success using the dynamics of the stage, the positioning, and how your opponent's responding. And then you got to know your move. That was so smooth. And that's really what Smash is all about, right? I mean, the combo is cool. I love combos. I love Mario's combos. But the Flood, which is like soft, Flood's such a weird move. It's like almost bad, but obviously you can use some pretty unique stuff with it. And tried to cape him again. That would have been game. Chopping up. So retreating back air, right? So nobody wants to take 2 of these to the face. Look how much 1 back air hurts Mario's shield right there. That's a pretty good amount. It's like 2/5. If he does it again, you could pretty much get your shield broken. So Mario tries to get out of there, and he kicks him in the teeth for it because nobody wants to hold their shield. Stop. Neutral air, jump way over. Mario lands safely. Jumps, throws a fireball. Ryu had to jump over it. Now Mario's doing a similar platform setup, but he did it with fireballs this time. And guess how many he threw before he did it? 1, 2. Ryu aggressed on the second one just like before. Air dodge, up air. And then totally zigzagged him right here. So Ryu's got to pick a side. Fireball, air dodge, got him. Ryu's got to pick a side. Is Mario going to be left? Right, and then he rolled left again. He could have just forward smashed him. Ryu cannot recover after that move quickly. That's the kind of sort of awareness that's really helpful for finishing matches early. He dash attacked. Not even worth it. A dash attack. Maybe that was supposed to be a forward smash. Up smash would work too. You could have charged it. Ryu's fishing for that up thing again, so Mario knows. Let's see how he gets around it. Rolls back instead of rolling forward. Fakes rolling forward. Then just gets Shoryuken right in the teeth from shield. So powerful. Look. Come on, quit chopping when I need you to not chop. And Mario's about to get punched in the teeth. He's going to try to fake this approach. You're about to get punched in the teeth. Mario's at high damage anyway, so, you know. That could have even been an up smash out of shield from a normal character, but Ryu made it look super stylish. So back air on shield, guess what Mario did? Or he ran away this time instead of running forward because nobody wants to work with a weakened shield. Now he's mixing up whether he empty lands and lands back airs, right? Charges Flood, fakes that out. Retreats back, retreats forward, or aggresses forward. Oh man, this is crazy. Ryu does a jump neutral air to try to catch Mario's full jump because Mario's been jumping around like crazy, right? Jumping around like crazy. So, come on. I can't stop it at the right point if you just keep chopping up. Chopping up. Let's see if we can catch it. So Ryu jumps and neutral airs to try to cover just like Mewtwo. Characters use their jump neutral airs to be like, I don't know where you're going to be, but hopefully this catches you. Mario, look how precise this is. Jump, neutral air underneath it with his freaking head and clips him from below. That is so, like, I know what you're doing. He timed that so perfectly because that neutral air totally would have won enough Ryu's. Follows it up with a down air, mid air, kill. I think I'm going to stop it there because it's chopping up and it's making me sad. But I'm going to put the link to this match and this point in the video in the description. It's just pointing out a lot of interesting things about what's happening in the match, what the players might be thinking, how their patterns are setting up for things, how the game is really aggressive if you just learn how to play aggressively, right? A lot of times the game is what you let it and what you make of it and what you think of it. If you want to practice being chicken, just roll back all the time and pretend like that's the only way to win the match. If you want to be like these people, just be very aware of what you're doing, be very aware of what your opponent's doing, and then play in the meantime. So these are some really great matches. This tournament's really great. EVOS this weekend. There's going to be a lot of fighting games and other things to talk about. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled and join us later in the week for more fighting game / metagame analysis. And I'll see you guys next time.